end, it wasn't a dramatic witness or a sudden revelation that brought John Wayne Gacy's world crashing down. It was something much smaller, a missing boy, a detective who refused to ignore a gut feeling, and a series of lies that fell apart the moment they were spoken. December 1978. The cold clung to the Illinois streets as police retraced the steps of a 15-year-old who never made it home. Friends said he'd last been seen heading toward a familiar man, a man who smiled too much, a man who insisted he hardly knew the boy. But when officers knocked on Gacy's door, the charm he was known for felt forced, too eager, too polished. He said he'd been home, then he hadn't. He hadn't met the boy, then he had. He couldn't recall the time, then suddenly he could. Lie after lie, layer upon layer, shifting under officers' scrutiny like sand in a storm. A surveillance team formed quietly. Unmarked cars watched as Gacy tried desperately to live, as if nothing was unraveling. He laughed louder, moved faster, looked over his shoulder more often. He wasn't calm anymore, he was cracking. Background checks uncovered old reports. Names of missing boys crossed paths with Gacy's timeline too many times to ignore, and every thread pointed back to the same house, Summerdale Avenue. Search warrants followed, receipts, belongings, paperwork. Nothing immediately damning, but nothing reassuring either, and always that smell. Gacy blamed it on pipes, carpet issues, chemicals, but officers knew better. There are certain scents that bypass logic, scents that burrow into the mind and whisper a single warning. Something is very wrong here. By December 21st, the pressure became too heavy for even Gacy to carry. He walked into the police station exhausted and hollow. The smile was gone. The mask had slipped. And finally, he broke. He confessed, quietly at first, then fully. Patterns, names, and the crawl space no one wanted to believe held anything sinister. Police descended on the home. Shovels broke the earth, then stopped. Because what they found beneath that house would shake the entire nation.